Welcome. Woo. All right. Welcome to Graceful Healing Intuitive Tarot. My name is Marlena, and this is your monthly energies and your love reading, all wrapped up into one. We're going to start off with your monthly energies. We're going to go from the beginning to the end of December, and then we're going to come back and we're going to look at your love for the first 2 weeks of December. With your love, we look at how you're feeling, how your mate's feeling, what the obstacles and issues are, and then we work on how to resolve those issues, what advice you have. So we're going to start off with your energies, what energies you know, I keep I keep having all these cards come out, so, and I keep putting them back, so they keep coming out. It's time for them to come out. All right, well, so for Capricorn, looks like as you're going into the new year, you will definitely be tapping into your intuition. I see some of you are having a little dry spell this month due to some changes. But I just see you coming into more clarity, more understanding. So overall, let's show you what came out. Illusions came out in reverse. Change. Community. This is more about isolation. And then you also receive intimacy in reverse. So both of these were in reverse. So that's just showing me that you are kind of isolating yourself this month. Affirmations to obviously look within. But then you had angel assistance in reverse. I feel like some of you feel like because you're by yourself, that you're also by yourself spiritually. And that's not the case. And then at the end of the month, you have intuition. Now, when I pulled these before, I just want to let you know intuition did come out. So let's see what this is about. Let's go ahead and clarify this a little further, Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. So this is again for December 1st through the 15th. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Remember, this is a general reading. Therefore, make sure you look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for a little more clarity regarding to your situation. If you don't know where you can find that, there are many birth charts out there where you can be able to find out what your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. People usually go by their main, the sun. So, but all of them can affect your chart and affect what's going on in your life. So, feeling alone just came out as well. So, obviously this month of December, I do feel like many of you will start to realize why you need this alone time, why you need to be able to go within. I feel like many of you have been dependent upon others to fulfill your needs. But this month, you're having to tap into this because you're having to tap into it because you're going into a new year where all of this will open up for you. As you have the opportunity, as these opportunities arise where you feel kind of lonely, you start to realize what is it about yourself that you might need to reflect on. I see you doing some strong affirmations. You know, I am love, I am strong, I am not alone. And FYI, you're not alone. Yeah, everything that's coming out for you, Capricorn, is honestly very isolating. So this month is looking like a very isolating time for you. So starting from the beginning through the end of the month, that's what you're going through. You're isolating yourself from family, community, from your partners, loved ones. And also you can kind of take this inward journey. So I'm going to ask for one more message from Spirit, and then we're going to move on to your love reading. Capricorn, message for Capricorns for the month of December, 1st to the 15th. Okay, so what came out for you is the Ten of Cups in reverse, and that to me is also, again, that sign of coming away from family, looking at things from a different perspective. You may feel like things are kind of backwards, upside down this month. So we're going to leave it at that and continue to move on. Let's go ahead into your love reading. So let's go into Capricorn's love reading for the first 2 weeks of December. And I hope you guys can hear me well. I am trying to get over a little sinus something that happened on my way back into town and this change of weather. I tell you guys. So I hope you can hear me clearly. I'm trying to speak up. If I start sounding valley-like, I'm just letting you know that's why. Because as I force myself to speak a little louder, all kinds of stuff come out. So some of you got married in the past here, or some of you were thinking about marriage in the past here, but I feel like what you're dealing with right now is regarding this wedding. Okay, so you received wedding, heart-to-heart conversation, and very soon. So this wedding is about, the situation involves a marriage, and then you have the heart-to-heart conversation. That's in regards to speaking up honestly about your feelings. But I feel like currently you're not doing that. And just off the break, it just looks like you're not speaking about maybe a wedding or a divorce, something that you've gone through that involved a marriage. You're not speaking on it, but soon you're going to decide how you want to move forward with this relationship. So let's see what happened in the past here regarding this wedding. So some of you held on to someone who might not have, who you may have deemed to not appreciate you, value you. This could be a fire sign, someone who is very passionate, someone who maybe when you spoke with them, you felt passion towards them. Seeing a lot of fire here, guys. But I feel like this person might have had their guard up and pretty much left you out in the cold. Some of you might also be dealing with a, I'm thinking I'm hearing Cancer, but this could be a water sign. This is a general reading. So, you know, some of you could be dealing with a Cancer or a water sign, but this is someone who you really saw going the long haul with, someone who you really saw a long future with. But again, I feel like there was not, I feel like at some point there was, you guys weren't communicating. You guys weren't communicating about your passion, sex, love. You weren't communicating about even like your job. So some of you must have had great communication when it came to those two things, but at some point you stopped talking about the job, you stopped talking about the passion in your relationship, you stopped talking about trying to get some. So let's see what's going on now for Capricorn, the heart-to-heart conversation. I just, again, this is in reverse, so this is again about you not speaking about it. I'm just wondering why Capricorn is not speaking about what's going on in their life right now. Again, because this goes back to your monthly energies, this isolation. You're not feeling like you can talk about it for some reason. So let's see what's going on with this heart-to-heart conversation. So some of you got a divorce and you haven't talked about it. You haven't talked about what took place, why. You haven't talked about this person, you feeling rejected. Because I feel like some of you, you know, maybe you were arguing in the past, but you lost hope. You lost all hope regarding this relationship. You feel like you're trapped, like you have nowhere to go, like you have no options. But yet I see you had the strength at some point. It's like you had this strength. But again, this takes me back to the strength that you had was based off of something else, external to you. And if we go back again to the monthly readings, this is about you tapping into something deeper within you, not something that was required from others. I feel like many of you were dependent upon other people and had been counting on other people for your stability, for your happiness. And now I feel like some of you don't have that anymore. And because you don't have it, you've now lost hope in the relationship. But I feel like this is really in your mind. You feel like you've lost hope. Okay? So let's see what's going on in the future. And I also see some of you more so arguing instead of discussing what really needs to be discussed. It's as if it's coming out like, you know, you're having to be vulnerable to speak on it, but it makes you feel a certain kind of way. So you speak it in like a aggressive way because it's just, you're forcing it out. You can't really say it. And by the way, I want to definitely hear your comments. I would love to hear how this resonates with you. But I feel like this relationship, definitely by you breaking up and unfortunately not having the control over it, I feel like some of you tried to overly control this relationship. And because you no longer have that ability, capability to control this relationship or overly control this relationship like you had been in the past, it's brought you sadness. But again, to the point where Capricorn doesn't want to even speak on it, which I find to be extremely odd. But I feel like it's just where you are right now. No judgment. So let's see what's going on in the near future. Very soon, clearly decide what it is you want so that it comes to you. So in the near future, and again, I feel like you guys will have a lot more options as your intuition is starting to open, or as you start to tap into it, because it's always there, right? It's just you tapping into it. Okay, so some of you feel like, you know, you've been judged, which is why you don't want to work on the situation anymore. You feel like because of the lack of passion, you may not be able to reunite. But I see you thinking that you may potentially be able to reunite with this loved one. Okay? I do see a reunion. You deciding to either work on this situation, well, not work on this situation, or reunite with this situation. So reunite with this person. And some of you could be dealing with the Cancer. Cancer just came out for you as well. So Capricorn and Cancer. So Capricorn, let's look at your partner. Capricorn's partner. I feel like you guys are so far away. You may feel like I'm so far away. I apologize. I feel like the camera is all the way over there. And I'm trying to speak up, so I apologize if you can't hear me. But turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. So let's see how Capricorn's partner is feeling. Past, present, and future. Let's see how Capricorn's partner is feeling. Past, present, and future. And then we're going to look at what your issues are. And then we're going to look into how we can resolve some of those issues, some advice for those issues. What the obstacles and issues are, then the advice for those obstacles. Whew. All right. I wasn't trying to get this many, but that's what we got, so let's do it. So right now, in the past for your partner, we have passion, engagement in reverse. Then I see staying optimistic, and then you receive a little more to clarify that. So your partner, basically, just an overall view, did have this sense of passion, really like getting it on with you guys. They like getting that thing. Getting that thing, receiving that thing. But at some point, they let it go. They, you know, even the basics they weren't doing anymore. Like speaking to you or what have you. But you have this engagement in reverse. And this is, engagement is about your relationship going to the next level. But your relationship has gone backwards. In the near future, they remain optimistic about your love life, about their love life. They are thinking positively about you and the romance you bring. They are expressing their love. And they're at a place where if they were codependent before, had any addictions before, whatever issues they had before, they no longer have. They're coming out of that, or they are coming out of that in the near future. And if children were affecting your relationship in the past, they are no longer. So if there were some feelings, some ill feelings that they had regarding you, the Capricorn, about children, their children, your children, what have you, that's no longer an issue to them. I see this reuniting again. So in the past, you guys came together. And maybe you guys had a back and forth type thing going on. But now you guys are, you're good. Hold on, please. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Had to let my daughter in. So yes, whoever this was, I do see it was a water sign that some of you were dealing with. A water sign that you guys had a celebration with. This could be also your wedding. But they were very passionate about you. So let's go ahead and take it on to this engagement. What brought it to this point? Because currently, they're feeling like, you know, the relationship is not where it was. And we saw with you that some of you definitely got a divorce, stepped back from this relationship. So this engagement in reverse. Let's see what this is about for Capricorn's mate. Capricorn's mate. Why do they have engagement in reverse? And make sure you definitely do, you know, leave your comments. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. Okay. So, I feel at this point they're willing to offer you love, but they're just at the end of their ropes when it comes to maybe a relationship with you. I feel like the love is still there. But I just don't see them starting anew with you. Or not yet, anyway. Not now. And it could be partially due to finances. Or them not wanting to even work on the relationship right now. I think it's pretty much that simple. It's just the work of it all. And maybe they're not talking to you about it, but I feel like, you know, they will talk to you. They probably are communicating with you. They're probably willing to offer you something. And this is definitely someone from your past, by the way. So someone may be coming in from your past, because I do see an offer coming in from someone in your past who it looks like you were married to. So, or this could be also a religious figure, Taurus. It could also be from someone who is like a professor, someone, a master teacher, things of that nature. But I do see some communication coming in about passion, love, stability maybe as well. So let's go ahead and move forward with staying optimistic. So in the near future, they're trying to remain optimistic regarding their relationship with you. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So they're just trying to be positive. I feel like they have definitely grown quite a bit, and soon they will be at a point where they can express their love to you again. So let's get one more message here in regards to them remaining optimistic about you, because I feel like some of them are starting to feel sad without you. Like it's something that you provide them that they want. But they've just been thinking on it. I feel like, you know, maybe they didn't feel like they were abundant with you. I feel like some of you are perhaps, this could be like a mother. Again, we have children here. Someone who maybe you didn't have children with. Maybe this is someone you were married to, but maybe didn't have children with. Or someone who couldn't give you children. But maybe this person was over controlling as well, because I see that as well. I feel like you both were trying to control each other, even when it came to the finances, the passion. And I feel like some of you were just sad, and your partners were sad when it came to this back and forth controlling environment. So let's go ahead and look into your obstacles for December. And remember, this is your December 1st through the 15th reading. I doubt I'll be able to make it back for the rest of the reading. But in the new year, we will be moving into Vimeo. So you'll see maybe first part of the video here on YouTube. And in order to finish the rest of the video, or see more of the video, or more in depth, because everybody doesn't like to see the whole 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. I try to make them short, guys. As you see, if you look at some of mine in the past, I try to bring them down to 20 minutes. And I tell you, sometimes it's just difficult to get it all out under the circumstances. So you have to go to 30, 40 minutes. So everybody doesn't like to see the whole 30, 40 minutes, and that's okay. So it's just part of it's going to be here, and some of it will be over on Vimeo. But I think I'm going to do probably the first week here, the first 2 weeks here, and then maybe the second 2 weeks on Vimeo. But we'll see. We'll fill it out, right? Okay, so the issues that I have for you is finances, career. I feel like some of you had issues in the past regarding your career. We saw the career coming up before, the working, the job. Maybe that had something to do with you guys coming together, or perhaps splitting up. But your issue is that you're separated. Many of you are separated from your love. You may be separated by miles, or you may be separated by water. Whatever it is, that is what's this is where the issue lies with you, Capricorn. This is your issue with your relationship. You don't like being apart from your mate, from the one you love. Let's see if we can clarify this a little bit. But I think it makes sense, because I saw, you know, divorces. I saw you separating. I saw some of you reuniting. But it's the separation that's really causing the issue. I think many of you want to feel appreciated, don't want to argue, just want the argument to end. And I feel like, you know, just someone being in limbo as to just not being sure as to where they want to be. Maybe some of you feel manipulated as well. That's a part of your issue. So let's just see. Let's get some advice for Capricorn's mate first. Let's get some advice for Capricorn's mate regarding this finances and career, and then we'll move on to the separation. What is the advice for Capricorn's mate? All right. Control? I love it. Going with the flow, leaving behind the control, controlling your speech, controlling how you move in this situation. But I see Capricorn's mate. The advice for you is to go with the flow. Go with the flow in order to bring you two together. I want to get a little more clarity regarding this control. Because this control could be two things. So let's just get clarity so I'm not making it up. What is this control? Let's see what this control is about. December 1st through the 15th for Capricorn's mate. What is this control about, Spirit? I see you want to come out. All right, it's coming. Okay. So it seems like you need to control how you speak to this person, because I feel like that's where that feeling of unappreciation is coming from. Capricorn feeling unappreciated. So what they're saying is you need to control your tongue. Maybe even control how you talk about money. So both of those things are important here. So you need control over your finances and career. And just go with the flow regarding love. Okay? So let's see what the advice is for the additional advice for Capricorn's mate. Having to go with the flow, deal with the finances. Oh, there was one other one, sorry. The separation. What is the advice regarding the separation, Spirit? Okay, I saw that coming. Throat chakra. Speaking up. Talking to them. The advice. You know, you received it again. Just that movement forward. Change your focus off of the small things, the challenges. And again, just speaking love during this time of separation. So let's see what the last message is for Capricorn's mate. Capricorn's mate. Thank you, Spirit. Whew. All right. Capricorn's mate. All right. Love is all around you, Capricorn's mate. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this is true. So again, acknowledging that truth, acknowledging that love. That is the advice for Capricorn's mate. Let's see what the advice is for Capricorn. And thank you again for coming to my channel. Make sure you thumbs up. Subscribe before you leave. Make sure you leave the comments. I love to hear your comments, how this resonates with you. Finances and career. What is the message here? All right. So some of you are needing to heal your finances. Maybe, I feel like it's more internal to you. It could be an external situation. Maybe you lost your job or something like that. But ultimately, you need to heal that part of you. Detach from feeling that you're worthless or what have you, all because maybe you are having issues with your finances and career. Yeah, healing needs to begin. You know, this is the time where you need to be alone. Again, to look internally so you can identify what is it that's really bothering you, Capricorn. So, let's find out what's going on with the separation. What's the advice for the separation? Sometimes we don't have control over the separation, right? Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, or it's already there. So let's find out what the advice here. While you're separated, still practice love and nurturing one another. It's okay. Okay? And I feel like some of you feel like you can't love this person, or like if you can't get what you want. And this goes back to the control issue I saw both of you had. If you can't get what you want, albeit sex, and if you can't get that, then you're like, oh, well, this person doesn't love me. But that's not the case here. What the reality is there's love for you here. This person wants to try with you, but reality is they may not be, you know, wanting that physical part at this time. So does that mean you cut off everything because you can't have that physical part? Treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. It looks like someone's looking for a deeper love, Capricorn, albeit from you or from your mate. Speak the language of love. Here we go again, that nurturing and love. Capricorn, your message is to speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. So if you feel like by you not speaking these words, you're hurting someone else, you're really hurting yourself. So take this time out to just simply, this is a good time for you to just simply just take this time out for you. Realize, why is it that you do some of the things that you do? Is it because you are looking for some type of attention, affection in a different way? Take this time to look deeply within you. This is a month of where you're going to have a lot of time to reflect. People are going to leave you alone. You're going to probably want to be left alone. But this is the time for you to realize, why is it that you do some of the things you do and want to control things in a fearful way? What you realize is, you know, you wanting that control, and even them wanting that control, is based out of fear. So question is, what is it that you're fearing? Are you fearing that you won't be a good provider? Are you fearing that you won't be with this person physically ever again? What is really holding you back? And what could help you through this moving forward to the new year? I love you, Capricorn. Blessings, love, and light. Make sure you come back. I'll see you again in January. Love you. Bye.